welcome to November, folks. That's right, you got the American Adversaries on FM 105.5 and AM 660. The Answer coming to you live from the Mercury Free Broadcasting Studios. And please do not forget, for the very best in mercury-free general dentistry and health-centered dentistry, call my dentist, Dr. James E. Hardy, at 407-678-3399, whom I will be seeing next week. Don't forget to ask him about his great book, Mercury Free. All right, we got a big show lined up for you again tonight, folks. Once again, in case you don't, it's 407-774-8255. It's Monday, so that means Abe Katzman will be joining us shortly live from Jerusalem. In the meantime, I'm here. I'm Christopher Hart, and you can see me. You can see the new book, Unlikable, by Ed Klein. We're going to be doing an episode of The Dumb and the Feckless tonight, later on.
Nice.
Scheduled for 6:30 tonight. And you can see what we're doing by going to our channel on YouTube, and General Lucas Paris is going to tell you exactly how you can navigate that.
Go to youtube.com, and in the search bar there, type in Adversaries TV, one word. You'll find our channel, click on it, and there we are. Newest videos are at the top, and as you go further into Periscope depth, you'll see all of our other videos in the log.
And if they want to see, just type in Periscope, they want to see what we're doing today.
That's another way of doing it, P-A-R-I-S-Cope, and you'll also find our videos that way. Quickest way, though, Adversaries TV, one word. Dial it in. You'll find us there.
Thank you, General Paris. And, of course, I have to call him General Paris because he is a general in the American Adversaries Army, which you too can be. We'd love to have you join up. The bigger the Army we have, the more we can do. You know, with a small guerrilla force, we can do a little bit, but with a big Army, with several divisions, we can do a lot. So please join the American Adversaries Army by going to AmericanAdversariesRadio.com and then click on over to the recruiting office, and you can do it right there. And getting ready to come out, we're putting together our November newsletter as we speak, so that'll be coming out new very shortly. All right, as I said, we got a lot to talk about tonight. The debate is still the debate on the last night on the show, so you better be careful what you wish for here now, fellas, because you can be accused of being a bunch of softies and a bunch of pansies if you go too far with this thing. I know that many of these moderators are being rude and playing gotcha, but that's part of the process. That's why we say politics is like professional wrestling, and you're not going to be able to change that. If you try too hard to do that, they're going to use that against you. That's just the way the game is played. Jeb Bush came and went today. That's right, he's now Mr. Fix-It. Yep, if you got a problem, he's going to fix it. That's his new campaign approach. He can fix it. Jeb can fix it, I guess, is the new slogan. And I mean, this is like right out of Romper Room, right? I mean, this is, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Wasn't there a book about a crane or something like that?
No, that'd be the train. That'd be the little train that could.
That's the one.
And apparently we're in a situation now where it's the little politician that could? I don't know.
I guess it is. I guess it is. By the way, Nicholas Cicero is on the bridge tonight if you want to give us a call. I tell you, I watched a little bit of the speech this morning, which he gave in Tampa. Then he came over here and he gave the speech here, and now he's on his way to Jacksonville to give the speech up there tonight, as he's rebranding himself once again. And it's not the slogan, it's not the words, it's the guy that's delivering them. Jeb Bush just doesn't have that it. He's not a charismatic sort of guy. His body language, his body posture is all, you know, wimbly wambly, wussy-ish. Can I say that? Wussy-ish?
Wussy-ish.
That's it.
I think that works.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, the sort of the slouching and the head kind of bobbing down like a buzzard or something like that. It's just not, it's not of leadership quality. So I don't care how many times they rebrand this guy, as long as he's running in a primary against guys like Donald Trump, who project charisma, Ben Carson, who has a great deal of charisma of his own, Rubio has some, certainly Ted Cruz. He's going to look puny in comparison. It's a sad state of affairs for him. You know, I don't feel sorry for him. This is the nature in the game of politics. It's rough and tumble, and you ain't going to have a joyous time at it, and if you want to stick around very long. And, you know, And he's just so weak in the delivery, and he relies his brand. He's coming out now. He's got a new thing, and he couldn't do it without a teleprompter. I forget who it was who said, but I think it was Ted Cruz who said, "How about that we require that when candidates make speeches, they can't use teleprompters, right? Because then we get to really know the guy or the gal and their capabilities." And it would seem like a lot of these folks have no real capabilities to speak unless they have that doggone teleprompter. The president's a good example of that. Without the teleprompter, it's about and as he's measuring his words, he's being real, and all those uhs are to give him time to think, to formulate his answer. He's got to be very careful about it. He's got to think about everything the aides told him to say and not to say. He can't be himself. And of course, when he gives a speech, it's always with a teleprompter. He could even be in front of a kindergarten class, which he has done before, and he had to have a teleprompter. This is ridiculous. And once again, Jeb, you can try all you like, but you ain't going nowhere. I mean, it's going to take a total collapse of all the other candidates to get you in. Your candidacy is that sad. By the way, if you'd like to see Ben Carson, he's going to be at the Books A Million tonight in Kissimmee, according to yesterday's Orlando Sentinel. Now, they were saying he's going to be there from 8 to 10, but if I were you and you want to see him, I would call the Books A Million on West Osceola Parkway in Kissimmee tonight before you go out there. If you're in the area, you might want to just stop on by. But Ben Carson will be there signing his book. He's going around the country on a book tour. He is obviously selling his message a whole lot better than Jeb is selling his. And you kind of have to listen real close or you can't even hear him speak. So it's not so much, as I say, the words as it is the delivery and the person delivering the words. And Jeb, you just ain't got it. And when you have to keep retooling your campaign, it simply is an indication that there's no real foundation there. There's no basics, evidently, that you can go back to. And it's just the way it is, my friend. Just the way it is. And, Donald Trump got in a lot of trouble, if you remember, before the second debate when he referred to Carly Fiorina's facial features. And he wasn't, as we've talked about on the show before, he wasn't saying the woman is ugly or anything. What he was saying is her delivery, and once again, so much of politics is about style. You may not like it, but that's the reality of the situation, folks. This is why Hillary Clinton smiles all the time. Believe it or not, that is a political strategy. It's a tactic.
That's a social strategy. That works even very well in retail. Got an angry customer? If you smile and keep an even tone, you'll walk through hell with a smile on that one.
and nothing is lost on these folks who really know their game. And what Trump was saying about Fiorina is her face is oftentimes pouty and stuff, and that just doesn't really sell well. Now, of course, she took it a different way. The media wanted it to be taken a different way, and they made that big deal about it, and she got in her knocks on that second debate. Well, now she's going to be, I guess, getting back at the gals on The View. Because if you think anything Donald Trump said was bad about Carly Fiorina, you need to hear what the gals on The View said. Now, I guess it's okay when it's gals against gals, right?
Well, yeah.
You're scratching your eyes out, right? But, old Joy Behar and the gals on The View were really cutting her down because in this last debate, in the opening, when the question was, if you're applying for a job, oftentimes the interviewer asks you what your weakness is, and they went down the line. And she was one of the ones who actually tried to answer it, and she said, well, I've been told my weakness is I don't smile enough, and she smiled real big while she said it, and she held that smile. Well, they were cutting her up. They were dicing up that smile and talking about the way it made her face look and everything. So, of course, no big deal has been made out of that, except amongst Fiorina and her followers. Well, lo and behold, she has agreed to be on The View Friday. So we'll see if there's going to be any real sparks flash. She's going to do to them what she did to Donald Trump in the debate. You want to take any bets on that? You want to bet one side or the other?
I'm not a betting man, especially after I lost money not betting on David Sink at that last tournament, that contest.
He's talking about our spaghetti eating challenge and our champion.